Welcome back everyone. This is the part 2 of portfolio tracker video. If you have missed the first part, please go in the description. There is a link. You can find that link. You can follow that link for the first video. I suggest you do that because the complexity of this tracker is explained in the first video, and there you'll understand how I've created this drop down menu and more. So, as a disclaimer, I would like to mention I'm not a finance professional. Please do your own research. Anything I've mentioned in this video is purely from educational point of view. Any stocks that I mention, I may or may not have any position in this. So please do your own research. Please do your own investing, and happy investing. So in the last video, what I've missed is the dividend. So if you receive a particular dividend, and for this particular version of this file, you can just add the dividend for that. So the total dividend you have received till date, you can add this, and it will be adjusted for the currency, and it will be shown in your profit and loss account. So moving on, let me add some mutual funds. So you can see Access Blue Chip here and ICICI Overnight. I'll add those two. Let's assume I own 100 units of each at the price of 24 and at the price of 100. As you can see, the price is not getting updated. So I must have missed to enter the investment currency for this. So now I have entered the investment currency. It should show a price. So as you can see, there is a price over here, and it is calculating the profit and loss and the yield on the investment. So it is 10% and 7.95%. For this, you can add the similar data points, but on some cases the data points don't work, especially on an Indian scenario. So in future, if Google updates this script, then this data might show. Another feature is currency. So if I add currency over here, it directly recognizes the base currency from the data we have entered in the watch list. So we have US dollars and pounds. 10 US dollars. I'm keeping the value simple because it is easier to explain. And 10 pounds at the average price of, let's say, 70, and pounds at 85. So it is calculating the profit and loss and the yield accordingly. And then we come to the deposits. So deposits is a different game. So we have to add more data to this deposit sections. And let me remind you, the gray portions of the file are somewhere you enter data, and the white portions are formulated, so you don't have to touch the formulated cell. So let me enter the first deposits of State Bank of India, and again, these are not real numbers. I'm just explaining it for the educational purpose. And let's say HDFC Bank, and a deposit type of FD. FD is fixed deposit, and amount of 50,000 here, and for difference 70,000 here at investment rate of 6.1 and investment rate of 6.5. These are just imaginary numbers, nothing else. And if you can notice, if you enter a unit number here, it changes color. So that is intentional because you should know what you have invested in. And the investment date of 1st of December of 2019 and investment date of 1st of October 2019, and please enter the currency of investment. I have invested in INR. So for this, it is showing you the accrued interest, that is the interest it has collected till today. It is not adjusted for taxes because the taxes might vary from bank to bank. And if you want to see interest on a particular date, for example, I want to see interest on 1st of December 2020, you just enter this at maturity date and it calculates everything. And in this case, you can in a similar way you can enter 1st of October 2020 and it will calculate the interest at the maturity. Yeah, one more thing I forgot to mention is this average cost calculator. So let's say I bought State Bank shares, 20 units of them at 150, and I want to add 20 more units at 160. So rather than creating a complex calculation for this, I've created this average price calculator. Enter the average price, so that is 160, quantity of 20, and then one price of 150, that is my old trade, yeah, 150, and the quantity was 20. So it will give you a the average price, that is 154. Oh sorry, I entered the quantity 30, so it should be 20. So it is giving me the average price of 155. So if I update my average cost to 155, then average the total quantity to 40, it changes all the data accordingly. Let me convert this to INR. So my total investment is 6,10,000 and current value is 6,32,000. So we have entered all of the data, and yeah, so this is one section you'll be quite interested in. So this is a total calculator. If you want to omit some sections, so if you want to omit deposits from your total calculation, just select it was set to no. So if you want to include your deposits to your total calculation, please select yes in this drop down menu, and the total deposits will be added to your total calculation. Similarly, you can add currency, so you can see it has changed, and you can add mutual fund investments. So accordingly, the total investment section will change. Let's delete this Google and Barclays for time being. So as to simplify the total number, I'll again show you how it works. If I want to exclude my deposit calculations from my total calculation, simple. Similarly, exclude currency. Again, it has changed, and then exclude mutual fund calculations. So this is my total equities investments. Now just a second. Now I'll show you the overview. So these are all number calculations. Now you can go to overview. Here you can see your portfolio distribution to the individual type of investment. In this case, ITC, State Bank of India and HDFC. Then there is sectorial distribution, that is FMCG, Finserv and bank. And there is this money weighted rate of return. So as you can see, my financial services has my most of the weightage of my portfolio, that is HDFC, that is 55.9%, and return from that investment. So HDFC has given me minus 5% of return, ITC has given me 0.4%, State Bank has given me 1.45. So again, going back to the total calculator, here you can just select currency as yes and mutual fund as yes. Now to overview, you can see Axis Blue Chip, performance of Axis Blue Chip and performance of ICICI overnight, and it will recognize what type of currencies you have included in your watch list. So there is INR for ITC and everything, ITC, HDFC and other stock, pounds for Barclays, US dollars for Google. There is this simple currency converter if you want it. So it will give you the current rate. I'll add USD to GBP. So 0.82 for INR, that is 75.49. Here you can see the total investments and current value as well, the same as the portfolio data. The overview is is something where you can see all of your investment in a single go. So portfolio distribution, you can see currency has some distribution, State Bank of India, your mutual funds, and then your equities investment. So this completes my presentation for my portfolio tracker. If you like it, please subscribe and comment down below with your suggestions and recommendations. If you have some questions, you can email me to this address. I have added this instructions tab as well, where you can understand the functions of each tabs or sheets of the file. I have added instructions here. So if you like my file, please please hit subscribe and keep an eye out for my future videos. I'll be adding a couple of more functionalities to this, such as a dividend tracker, a trade log where you can just enter your data and it will be automatically recognized by your portfolio. I'll try to add minimum efficient frontier for portfolio optimization, and I have a couple more ideas to make your personal investing life easier. And yep, that's it folks. I hope you liked the video. Thank you.